Everyone, welcome to Front of the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 4 of the Frigate Fracas tournament. In this episode, we've got the Stormblade by Lizard Fur, and yes, I did just do the intro twice for you, those of you on the stream, because I screwed up the first one. That might happen from time to time. Yep, I hit F9 to get rid of that, and so we've got the Stormblade here, which they've already started firing, because even though I double tapped the pause button, it unpaused and didn't repause. Looks like we've got well, it's got some crams. Yeah, those are all crams. Dual barrel cram cannons. I wish you could... I do kind of miss the fact of being able to tell what shell type it's firing by the trail, but, you know, so be it. And I got some torpedoes on the underside as well. And somebody I saw earlier mentioned that it looks like a big gate. And, yeah, it kind of does. It's different enough. Like, it's got the same sort of design philosophy, I guess, but yeah. Got a little bit of superstructure with a bunch of munitions warners and stuff on it. Hey, harness. Yeah, Keto Bar. The trail colors for cram shells are the same color no matter what they're packed with. Yeah, same for APS too. I'm doing good, Titan. How about yourself? So yeah, we're not really missing much inside the smoke here. There's just the bow of the ship. And yeah, that's really all there is to the Stormblade. It's a fairly small, fairly simple ship with a bunch of crams and torpedoes. Its opponent is the Mutated Outcast by Snivy Lord, who has some torpedoes launching out the front of it already, and also has cram and APS firing. Those are some sort of explosive, I believe. Yeah, it's got these, I believe these are direct input railguns, basically, right here. They don't fire very often, but they fire pretty big shells. And then it's got a couple of different cram turrets. It's a very wide, big, thick ship, but it's mostly wood and stone, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's a good amount of metal in there, too. It's got this extra little, like, safety bubble barrier thing here. It's like a little ring that goes around the side and back of the ship. I guess you could call it spaced armor of a sort. And then we've got the superstructure here. The guns have that little ring thing going around them too. Oh, we've got an anti-missile pod back here as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull the camera back into position and let these two get slugging at it. The anti-missiles coming out to attack the crams, but they took way too long. The crams hit before they could even get to them. Oh, again. Oh, that anti-missile pod took some damage there. Ooh, big hit right there into that superstructure. Knocked out one of the direct input railguns and did a bunch of damage to the superstructure, but nothing terribly critical yet. Yeah, those anti-missile pods are not being effective against the Stormblade's cram shells. Not seeing any torpedoes in the water from either side, but they could be down under. Oh, that's a nice little stream of torpedoes. Oh, they're anti-torpedoes. Okay. Those were... Oh! We missed a big hit. That's a lot of confetti falling off the Stormblade there. So far, Mutated Outcast getting the worst of it, down to 90.7% health. While the Stormblade's at 95. Those anti-missiles not being effective against the crams is very unfortunate. Oh. Stormblade's having a bit of buoyancy issues, it's looking like. Ooh, that shell bounced off the water and hit that turret right in the face, but turret didn't seem to care very much. I mean, with these guys shooting at each other with basically just crams, this is almost like a battleship brawl fight. Just on a smaller scale. And that swarm of anti-torpedoes. Yeah, it does quite well to take out the Mutated Outcast torpedoes. They are pretty small torpedoes. No, it has other torpedoes too. It has bigger torpedoes right there. And the anti-torpedoes are there. Yeah, they might also have HE or something in them to give them technical firepower. I don't remember exactly. Those anti-missile pods on the Mutated Outcast try so hard to shoot down those crams, but just can't do it. Oh, hey, Harness. Thanks for the gift sub, man. Max, you better thank him, too. Oh, see, even when those anti-missile pods got a pretty good connection there, they still couldn't take down the crams. They just don't do enough damage, those small missiles. And that's what C-Wiz guns are for. Yeah, pretty much snipers will. I mean, my C-Wiz probably wouldn't be able to stop all of the cram shells, but it'd stop, you know, 1 or 2 per volley probably. But I'm not terribly focused in the C-Wiz, so. Something like the Big Daddy Daka would probably just blow those shells out of the air. C-Wiz guns can shoot at crams now, Titan. Oh, the pods? Yeah, you're right. They're probably meant for missiles, not crams. Yeah, that could be true too, Kedobar. Alright, so that's the end of round 1 here. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. So let's go ahead and give the Stormblade its 88.8. And the Mutated Outcast 67.9. Alright. And then we'll go into the setup. And get round 2 ready. Alright. They actually started pretty close to center of the camera. That doesn't always happen on, when you start a new round of the same battle. Because the camera just kind of stays where it was. A little bit of a hole blown in the bow. Got some damage in the rear and the actual armor as well, but nothing too major on the Stormblade. Looks like we've got a towed distraction missile on the Mutated Outcast. I don't remember seeing that last battle. It must have got... Oh yeah, one of the first hits took out this area last round, so that's why we didn't see it. I don't really get the point of towing the distraction missile. Doesn't seem all that effective, honestly. But both ships are doing it. They're not the only ones. Some good damage into the Mutated Outcast there again. Yeah, the Outcast looks nice, but the lack of armor, basically, or the light armor, is pretty... I just kind of stopped in the middle of a sentence there. The light armor on the Mutated Outcast is hurting it pretty bad, yeah. Oh, are those heat torpedoes? I think the Stormblade is firing heat torpedoes. Oh, hey, thanks for the sub, your own, actual sub there, Harness. Appreciate it, man. I've got a total of like 3 of the, 4 technically, since you gifted one to Max. By undercutter torps, do you mean like the deep water torps that go down and hit from the bottom? Yeah, mine aren't heat. My torpedoes aren't heat. They're just pure HE. And that gun just got blown off. The cap got knocked off the Stormblade there. Keel breakers, yeah. I don't know, I've just found the towed distraction missiles have a tendency to sometimes get shot down by enemy interceptor missiles or Sea-Wiz when the ships get close enough, and then they don't do their job. Ah, battle bots, gotcha. Missile interceptors. We actually saw a little bit of that yesterday with the Revenge's fight. It likes to get in close, so it likes to get into missile interceptor slap fights where it launches interceptors at interceptors and vice versa. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Mutated Outcast is getting beat up. Those AP frag crams, I'm pretty sure they're AP frag crams, are doing some damage to the light armor of the Mutated Outcast. Oh, it keeps missing though. It keeps shooting shots underneath the Mutated Outcast. When it loses in practicality, you feel it makes up for in jank. I mean, I guess that's one way to say it. These scores, like, it's losing. It's clearly losing at this point. 83.3 to 75.5. It is behind, but it's not so far behind that it can't catch up in votes really easily. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, Cheese Cannon said it much more succinctly. It's losing, but not by that much. All right, wow, they pretty close to center again. Well, neither of these ships are very quick or maneuverable, so I guess they're not traveling very far from where they start. Oh, big volley. Oh, couple of hits, couple of misses, and then just intercept a missile swarm all over the place. That's Oh, those bounced off the water, so didn't get anywhere. Yep, pretty much cheese cannon. Mutated Outcast took a big hit to its superstructure here, but not too bad. There's nothing terribly important in the superstructure, except, you know, this gun is actually mounted in the superstructure technically. So. That was an I was going to say it was an unfortunately aimed spot, but there's actually quite a bit of damage in this area from that. I think we're going to see a lot of the crams be... ooh, that was nasty. Those all got nice and deep, and yeah, just look at all that confetti trailing behind the Mutated Outcast from that hit. And those missiles. Torpedoes decide to become missiles. Yeah, this is going much more poorly for the Mutated Outcast than round 2 did. Lots of blocks falling off from that hit as well. Mutated Outcast is down to 78.7% health, and we're not even at the halfway point yet. Magic torps. Oh, lots of wasted fragments there, bursting through the other side, basically. Overpenning with fragments. But yeah, I think a lot of the crams that we'll see in this tournament will be frag. I know mine are. Cram frag is just really good now. It went from being completely useless to really good. Yeah, she floats a lot better than the Stormblade does. That is true. If she could keep her guns alive longer, she might be able to score some critical sinking damage. But the duration of the battle and her fragility don't work well for her here. Oh, I'm not saying what is better or worse, Harness. I'm just saying that before the cram rework... Oh, Stormblade's getting DQ. She's gone. She sank. I just now noticed that. So that's a big fat 0 in round 3. That's going to make a huge difference in the scoring. 72.7. So that gives the... Oh. The Stormblade now has a 57.3 to the Mutated Outcast 72.3. So the Mutated Outcast actually won because of that sinking in the end. This is why you got to make sure your ships don't sink. It's a little important. And yeah, before the rework, cram frag was absolute garbage, but now it's usable. Whether it's better than HE or frag is kind of situation dependent, but yeah, that's why we do this in 3 rounds, so it's an average score. It lessens RNG a bit, and the Mutated Outcast didn't lose badly enough in the first 2 rounds for that third round, you know, so that it was able to win harder in the 3rd round and actually take the victory by combat scores. But it's still close enough that the vote could sway. Like, Stormblade could come back and win with the vote, just like Mutated Outcast could have. It's entirely possible. So yeah, anyways, for those of you on YouTube, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of us who are still here,